Alright dudes, Hayzink here, welcome back to the netherrealm, and we're back talking about Disgaea RPG once again, surprisingly enough. If you've not already, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like button, do all that stuff, comment down below. But today we're going to talk about something that people might have actually just forgotten about because quite a lot's been happening in Disgaea over the last few days. Some negative, I was going to say some positive and some negative, but again, I guess the things that actually happened were negative, but the way they responded to them for some people were positive. But we need to start moving past that, so let's talk about the next thing that we can expect on Disgaea RPG. And again, most of you may have forgotten about this because it was a couple of weeks ago now that we got the roadmap, and that is the netherworld history is going to be adding in Disgaea RPG. It's going to be adding in Disgaea 5 content, okay? So I'm guessing by now most of you have probably already completed the Disgaea 1 story, okay? Well, now it's going to add in the more boring of Disgaea stories, which, hate me all you want. If Disgaea 5 is your favourite, then I apologise in advance, but most Disgaea fans tend to agree that, from a storyline point of view anyway, Disgaea 5 wasn't the most amazing Disgaea game. But it is being added to Disgaea RPG. So there's going to be a digestible way for you to experience the Disgaea 5 story without having to actually play Disgaea 5. Now, anyone who did play through Disgaea 1's netherworld history will know that there's a lot of rewards that you can get from this. Yes, they are mainly stage rewards, however, there is a lot of stages. So it's probably going to work like Disgaea 1 did, where you will be able to go so far and then it'll stop and it'll basically say more coming later, and they will add more chapters in later on to Disgaea Infinite History, Netherworld History, whatever you want to call it. Don't know why I'm calling it Infinite History. That's me getting confused with Dokkan and Dragon Ball Infinite History thing. But anyway, so yes, that's going to get added to the game, like, I think it's tomorrow or the day after. The timeline's sketchy because where they actually placed things on the timeline didn't correspond exactly to where we thought it was going to correspond. So this could drop tomorrow, this could drop on Monday. I'm not entirely sure. I'm fully expecting the new roadmap to drop on Monday. The new roadmap's good. The new roadmap is definitely good. The month ahead, I think a lot of people are going to be excited. Remember, the thing about the netherworld history is it doesn't go away. And to be honest, there's not much you want to summon for right now. Yes, obviously, if you've not got the badass units, you may want to do more summons. It depends on you, really. But regards to like upcoming special banners, there's nothing like crazy hype or anything like that. It really depends on, obviously, if you love a character, then that banner's going to be hype for you. But really, looking ahead at the next month, I think there's good scope for a lot of people just to save, you know. Work on what you've got just now, save your quartz you're going to get from these events, and start planning towards a Sagi. I know not everyone wants a Sagi, but the vast majority of people seem to want a Sagi, so I think that she's definitely one to target. Now, I can't remember, but I think the Disgaea 1 story, I think it went to chapter 8 or 9. I think it was chapter 8 or 9 before it stopped. And I think it averages about 14 stages for each one. You get 10 quartz for each stage, so that's 140 quartz plus 50 for clearing. Might be 15 stages. So you might get around about 200 quartz per chapter. And if you get 9 chapters, 200 quartz, I mean, that's a good chunk of change. It's definitely a good chunk of change. So if you have already done your story event, if you've already done your main story, if you've grinded out the weapons you want to grind out in the item world just now, and you're finding yourself at a bit of a loss for things to do, I would maybe just focus on doing the netherworld history. I keep forgetting the goddamn name of it. Yeah, but I'm thinking maybe focus on doing the netherworld history. Get yourself those quartz, get them banked, and they're there, they're done. And it means when the next event drops, you are good to go. You don't need to worry about not having time to grind, and you can build up your quartz stash even more. Now, I know that some people are in a bit of a weird spot just now. I understand this. Like, again, I don't want to bang on about this because I feel like I've already spoken about it too much, to be honest. But I know that there's still a bit of, I don't want to say negativity because that sounds bad, you know, but I know some people are upset because I see it, it's popping up in my Discord as well. It's not just on comments. Some people who were not affected by the issue with the badass banner, who didn't get a refund, really feel hard done by. I can see why, right? I'm not saying that I think that everyone should get compensation, like get all their summons for free if they weren't affected by something. That's not what I'm saying. But I can relate and I can see why someone would be upset. Because if you look at a group of people who basically just got all their currency back and got to keep all the units that they summoned, of course you're going to be upset because it never happened to you, do you know? So it is understandable. At the same time, I don't really think it's worth quitting the game over because it's not like Bulk Trend can plan to mess up at a more convenient time that everyone can take advantage of, because it wasn't a planned thing, you know what I mean? It wasn't like they put out a happy hour where everyone could summon and they'd get their currency back and they planned it for a bad time. It was an unplanned mistake. The thing about these unplanned mistakes is some people are going to be there. It's going to work out for them. At the same time though, guys, the thing is, everyone that summoned, there was always the chance that they might have been told, you're not getting anything. You know what I mean? That could have happened. That could have been an outcome. So, again, while I relate to how people feel, and I understand it completely, I just don't think there's anything that they could have done about it. So instead of dwelling on that, I think it's better to look forward, look at all the quartz that you're going to be able to grind in the game, look at the free-to-play characters that are coming out. There's something else coming that I'll hopefully be able to put my video out on soon. It is recorded, it's sitting there. I alluded to it in the last video, there's a week coming up that I think people will really enjoy. But yeah, so anyway, we have the new stage of netherworld history about to drop. It is for Disgaea 5. Go in, get it done, get yourself some quartz in the bank, and hold on to them. Honestly, I'd hold on to them right now. That's all I'm saying. I'd hold on to them right now because there's nothing really that crazy coming out. So hold on to them for at least a month and see what's happening next month. And if nothing happens next month, that's us. Bang, we're in August and we're within the window of Asagi. So anyway, guys, I've been Hayzink. Thanks for joining me on the video today, and I'll catch you on the next Disgaea RPG video. Dudes, see ya.